And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan, once again bringing you my review for last night's Gotham Season 3, Episode 16. Gotta say, right off the back, I loved it. It was very, very good episode. I mean, a lot of things happened. You got mobsters basically trying to take over the city. You have secret meetings with the Court of Owls. You got see Bruce Wayne in some weird Tibetan place that he's in, locked up somewhere in the snow area. And well, basically this episode starts off with just Jim Gordon and talking to his uncle and finding out that his father's death was not an accident. He wasn't killed by a drunk driver. He found out that he was killed by his own uncle, or his father's brother, because of the Court of Owls. He was trying to get out of the Court of Owls, and he tried to figure out what was the Court of Owls trying to do. Apparently, the Court of Owls are trying to build this weapon to destroy Gotham and, rebuild it in their own image. While that's happening, you have Bruce Wayne, who, the real Bruce Wayne, locked up in some weird maze-looking prison where he's like near snow. It could be Alaska, could be Tibet, could be somewhere where maybe he trained, where where when he's older he meets Ra's al Ghul. Who knows? But he's somewhere trapped, and he meets this mysterious man who basically tells Bruce that, listen, you're gonna have to fight your demons and learn how to be something else. So basically, this guy is like kind of like a monk, if you will, and he decides like he's gonna like make Bruce train Bruce his own way to get rid of that fear that he has about how he lost his parents and all that stuff, so that way one day he can become Batman. Or maybe he's working for the Court of Owls, and maybe he's just playing tricks on Bruce. Who knows? But so far, to me, it looks like he's just trying to help him out. But who knows? But and while that's happening, you have the Penguin and Poison Ivy getting into some weird relationship, if you will, like friendship in a way. Like at first, Penguin, he's like looking at her like, wow, she's weird. She talks to plants. She's crazy. But then he realized that she has these, powers where, she can wear these perfumes and she can make anybody do what she wants. Because she was affected, if you guys remember that. But yeah. And then you have Barbara King, also known, Barbara, and Tabitha. They're basically running Gotham now as the main bosses now. And then you have Jim Gordon still trying to figure out what's the Court of Owls, and what's their motivation, and what connects them to his father's death and now his uncle's death. His uncle killed himself just so that way the Court of Owls thinks that James killed him on purpose because he killed his father, so that way Jim can go into the Court of Owls and be on the cover. Like I said, I like this episode a lot. It was kind of cool, great action, a lot of funny moments here too, because you do see the Penguin interact with Poison Ivy, and that was pretty funny stuff. I mean, she was controlling like one of his old henchmen, and then she's like, oh, do this, do that, and he did it, and then Penguin was like, wait, what? And he's like, okay. So now Penguin decides he's going to try to build his own freak of an army. The special abilities creatures, that were escaped from, that facility that, Hugo Strange was building. So I guess they're going to do that now, so he can go after the Riddler. We didn't get to see Riddler tonight, which is kind of weird, but okay. Didn't see Catwoman, and we did not see clone Bruce Wayne. So I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm starting to dig it now, because honestly, it feels like with the Court of Owls, there's so much mystery between them. Because even in the comic books, the Court of Owls, even when you reading a Batman story, even if it's about like the Joker or whoever, you can know deep down in that world that the Court of Owls is already there. Batman didn't even knew about them for years. Did not know that the Court of Owls were there the entire time, doing their things secretly. Same thing here. Nobody knew about the Court of Owls. Now they're starting to know who the Court of Owls are, and they don't know what they're planning on doing. So who knows what's gonna happen? I mean, and apparently next week it looks like Penguin's gonna recruit Mr. Freeze, Firefly, obviously Poison Ivy himself, and the Riddler's gonna be back as well because he's gonna try to take over Gotham and make his own image. So that's cool. And of course, we still have to wait to see what's this big weapon that the Court of Owls have, because we have no idea. And of course, we're gonna have some Tabitha and say Margot Robbie and Barbara doing their thing. So we have to wait and see what happens. And I can't wait. I really hope this show gets another season. I mean, a lot of people are still waiting to see him become Batman. Maybe at the end of this, it'll go like 20 years later, and we'll see Batman on TV. But who knows? I just want to see have one more season with this before they decide to do that. I mean, who knows? I mean, yeah, we're not gonna actually get to see this Bruce Wayne become Batman. It's not like the same situation as a Smallville where we've seen him for 10 years and then eventually at the end of it he becomes Superman for like 5 minutes. But it's not gonna be like that. Maybe at the end of this, if this is the last season, maybe at the end of it it'll be like 10 years later, and then we'll just see Batman in shadow or something, or the bat signal light up. Who knows? So Jim Gordon is commissioner with a mustache, and maybe Barbara as a kid. Who knows? His daughter Barbara, not Barbara, his ex-girlfriend. But you know what I mean. But who knows? But other than that, I really like this show. I hope they continue doing more. It's a great show. I like it a lot because I love the Batman mythology and all that stuff. I love the Riddler, Penguin. They're all great in the show. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next, because anything can happen. I mean, we have no idea who's coming next. I mean, we gotta keep our fingers crossed that we even get into the season. But yeah, so leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode if you saw it. Like I said, I really liked it. And what do you think is gonna happen next? Do you think the Court of Owls are gonna destroy Gotham, or something's gonna happen where they get stopped? And you think Alfred will figure out that the fake Bruce Wayne is not the real Bruce Wayne? I'll give him 3 episodes. You know what? Strike. You know what? I'll give him 2 episodes in. He'll figure it out, and then he'll go look for Bruce himself, probably by near the ending. So, there you go. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and click that bell. And thank you, and have a good day.